The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or CBGTV.com. The medical and health information shared does not constitute a physician-patient relationship. It is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional care. Accordingly, you are encouraged to consult and speak openly with the appropriate care professionals.
Hey. Sitting in the back of my van in Hamilton, Ontario. Just kind of sitting here, hanging out. I'm going to have to let you know this is pre-recorded. I am heading out for supper with Tracy Lamore. Y'all know who Tracy is. Here, at the same time, that this will be airing. We are heading up for Greek food. She's an amazing publicist, and I'm really excited and honored that she has offered to take some time off and spend with me. So we are going to go for supper and hang out and chat. I'm super excited. I just got to Hamilton. I got settled into my space, and I thought I would come out to the van because, of course, I can't smoke in my room. So I came out here. My hair's all screwed up, and I'm supposed to go to supper with a great Tracy. So I thought I would come out and record this for later. I haven't really said much over the past week or 10 days. It's been a great but really fucking hard trip. I wasn't expecting to do it alone, and yet I did. Well, for the most part, I have basically come from Alberta, Jasper, Alberta, to Hamilton, Ontario, completely alone. And I will probably continue home to Windsor, Nova Scotia alone. I've done the drive, done all the driving, done everything. It's been tiring, and it's been hard. I have aspired to do this retreat called Vispana, which is a 10-day silent retreat. Thinking this is a good step towards doing it. I mean, I've just spent the last, week to 10 days. Thursday to today is Tuesday, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 days. I've just done 12 days alone, not completely silent. I have done some video chats with some friends, which reminds me, I got to send a message after we're done here. So I have done some video chats with some friends, and I have chatted with some people, but for the most part, it has been me and the road and the Westie by ourselves. I mean, good old Mary Lou has kept me company the entire way, and so God bless her heart. I am very thankful for this van. There have been some minor issues, besides ending up alone. But I'm trying to get past them. I get to a friend's place in Peterborough tomorrow, where I'm going to do some, checking on the car. Oil and tires and such. So I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I'm also getting a home-cooked meal tomorrow. Oh my God. I'm excited. I mean, I've been to some okay restaurants. I've had some, pretty good meals. Most of it has been snacks or stuff that I can make on the way. Pardon me. So I can mean, a lot of free hotel breakfasts. So, I've had okay food, but a home-cooked meal that I get to be there and smell cooking. Veggies, and more veggies. They ask, what would you like? Veggies. I've had a few salads, but the veggies, veggies in restaurants, the restaurants I've been to, they've been good, but it's not fresh, home-cooked veggies. So I'm really friggin' stoked to get to that. I've got some incense going. Close to the door. It's raining out though. It's terrible. And I've got a joint here. I've got some animal face. It's kind of a sativa, very high sativa actually. Doesn't ever get me wired. But I'm going to sit here and smoke it anyway, and then go get myself ready to go out with the amazing Tracy Lamore. uh, publicist extraordinaire. This is the first time in a couple of years that, you know, for the few times I've showed up to the area, that Tracy's actually been home. She is usually out gallivanting the world. I think the last time I was here, she was in France or Malta. And I think that's just amazing. I'm so excited for her. And I love traveling through her posts. Like she shows everything, and she's so good with explaining and vocalizing, and it's amazing. She's such a wonderful lady, and you know, I enjoy traveling vicariously through her. So it's been pretty awesome. Absolutely. So I mean, yeah, this has been a couple of years in the making, us going to have a meal and hanging out, and I'm pretty excited. It's like raining. I've got the door open a little bit on the side of the van, but thank God, like it's nothing but plastic there, right? But I want the door open a little bit. I want some air flowing through. I love ginger. So ginger ale is right up my alley. Yeah, so the trip thus far. The Rocky Mountains are beautiful. I've got some video and some pictures on my tablet. I'm on my phone right now, so I can't share them. But when I get home, I'll either use my tablet and show you, or I will transfer everything to my computer so I can share. Wow, it's really started to pour. You know, and I'll show you that. Like, I mean, it was beautiful. Almost literally around every corner was a holy fuck moment. If you haven't traveled the Rocky Mountains by train or car, I highly suggest it. I did it by train when I was 18 years old. I'm just shocked that the train didn't fall off some of the mountains, to be honest. And then, of course, I just finished doing it by car a week ago, and that was, again, there are times that you're kind of like going, we're not falling over. It was kind of scary, but it was really amazing at the same time. It was so beautiful and spectacular. I could just imagine that in October with the leaves changing. You know, we have Cape Breton Island down here with a lot of mountains and beautiful scenery. You know, and I've done that any number of times over my lifetime, driven around that. I'm doing that actually in October. I'm going to drive around Cape Breton Island. I'm actually performing a wedding. I'm going to marry my friends. I'm so excited. Yay. But they're having the wedding in Cape Breton. So I'm going to go up and I get to drive part of the Cape Breton Mountains in the van. It'll be the last road trip before I put her away for the winter, because she's not going to see salt. Yeah. So the mountains were just friggin' incredible. And then we came into the other side of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Talk about flat. I mean, I did put a picture up. Somebody thought I was putting a picture up of the highway, but it wasn't. It was the fields on either side. Like, I mean, it was just flat, and it just went on and on. You know, it's kind of boring to drive through, although there's like, you know, like there's some, you know, some nice scenery, you know, in a few places. I stopped at a few places on my way through. So take exit 15 up here on the right. So you turn off onto exit 15, and all of a sudden you're on a dirt road. Exit 15 was a dirt road. And I don't know how many of those exits I went down. That was in Saskatchewan. 3 or 4 just dirt road exits. It was absolutely hilarious. But fantastic at the same time. It was really cool. I'm used to Nova Scotia. We have on-ramps and off-ramps and overpasses, and, you know, in Saskatchewan, they don't. When you're turning left, you literally turn left. You have to wait for the line of traffic the other way to, like, you know, slow down so you can turn left off the highway. Crazy. But again, really cool. And like, there were rest stops, you know, all along the highways. Pardon me, you know, so you could pull off and you have a rest stop, and some of them had some outhouses. All of them had garbage bins so you could get rid of your car garbage. Some of them had picnic tables and scenery things that you can take pictures. And so, like, I mean, like, there were a lot of those. I was really impressed with that. I also know that when I drive through Ontario on the main highways, they have the en routes. I haven't gone past one of those yet because I came down through northern Ontario and now I'm doing back roads because I love the back roads in Ontario. It's such a great drive. But so I in Winnipeg, listen to me. In Edmonton, I stopped and had a toke with a friend's friend. So I made a new friend in Edmonton, Leroy. And we met in a Canadian Tire parking lot, and we had a few puffs and a few dabs, and we chit chatted. And we had obviously some friends in common that introduced us. Really nice young guy or young man. He's probably in his 30s. He's not a young man. He's just younger than me. So, I call him a young man. Nice guy. So I get to have a puff with him there. I left there and I booted it to Saskatoon, where I got to hang out with Guy Dabbith and, of course, Sterling Wild. Guy and I, I went and picked him up. We grabbed a bite to eat. Sterling met us at the back parking lot of the hotel I was staying at, and we had van tokes. We sat around the van while I was in the van. The guys were right there. I mean, we had a blast. We had a great chat for a couple of hours. A lot of tokes, and then it was pushing 11 o'clock, and we decided that I decided I had to go in and go to sleep because I was driving 7 hours the next day. And they took off and went and did their thing. So that was a nice visit. Nice guys. It was good for them to come out. I was really, really happy. I left Saskatoon and continued on. I stopped in Winnipeg. In Winnipeg, I stopped at the Glob Mob Head Shop. If you are in and around Winnipeg and you haven't been to the Glob Mob Head Shop, stop in, say hey to Duke Moose. He is the owner and proprietor. And so if you go in and you see a tall, skinny guy with dreads working, that's Duke. Tell Duke you say hi from Cindy. He's got a lot of stuff in there. If I hadn't been, worried, like if I didn't have a full van, there was a couple of things. And if I had more money, there was this one frog pipe. Actually, it was a toad. It was a toad pipe. I can't believe I walked out without buying that toad pipe. It was fucking gorgeous. And I might get home and say, hey, Duke, just send it to me. Here's some money. It's a beautiful piece. Absolutely beautiful piece. But I don't need another glass piece. But it's a toad. And that's just really fucking cool. So I visited with him for a little while. Unfortunately, the Lorraine Coates, she's in Winnipeg too, but we didn't connect until I was hours gone, so I didn't get to see her. But next time. Most people I remember to get pictures with that I met. Some people I didn't. Oh, and going back to Edmonton, I went to the Puff Puff Pass Festival out there in Edmonton. It was pretty awesome. It was kind of small, but not small at the same time. There were tons of people, tons of cars. There was probably, I don't know, 40 booths, something like that. And I picked up a few wares and I chatted with people and found out that I actually had quite a bit in common with some of the people that were there. Daniel Beyond, mutual friends. Daniel's a mutual friend of a lot of people that I had that I met there. There were some people there that have entered into the Karma Cup that had booths, so I know them from past Karma Cups, and we got to chat. And they're hopefully going to enter other cups as time goes on, because it's amazing products and their name really needs to get out there. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. In between, just before I got to the Saskatchewan border, I stopped and chatted with Pat. She's a Joanna Grower, I think is her name, but she's part of the Tea and Tokes, a different Tea and Tokes than my Tea and Tokes. And of course, the information I have. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, I have it in here. She makes tea, which is kind of why they do the Tea and Toke. I just drink tea. So assorted 6-pack tea time with Mary and Joanna. Joanna is who I met. Her name is actually Pat, and she gifted me some most amazing tea. This is all infused. So I've got chai green, Mad Hatter black, Persia black, midship Sunday, English breakfast, maple smoked green. I'm like, just like, oh my God. I haven't gotten into them yet, but I will. I absolutely will. Golly gosh, yeah. So then I got into Northern Ontario. Holy fuck. Driving through Northern Ontario takes a long fucking time. I came over. I mean, I stayed in Kenora, Wawa, Thunder Bay, and Meaford until I got to Kingston last night. Thunder Bay was and I got to meet oh my God, Leona Mackey. Her name wasn't coming to me. Like, holy fuck. Ever since I did DMT last time, names have just been like going away. Leona Mack, I got to meet her and we went for a drive and a puff and she helped me get some cannabis. And she showed me around Thunder Bay, and it's just like Vancouver. It's so sad. It really broke my heart. But that's not what this show is about. So I'm not going to get into that, and I'm not going to bring it down. But it was very sad, and we need to do more to help people that have been forced out on the streets, etc. Yeah, but I had a nice chat with Leona. We had a nice visit. We went to a beautiful park. It was wonderful. Came through to the next stops, which was Wawa and Sudbury. I didn't know any folks there, so I went there and I hung out. And I in one of the spots, the motel that I was at, like, it was in the woods. It was really fucking cool. So, like, I mean, and it had a fantastic restaurant. And not expensive either, which is good, because this trip is, once I was alone, I didn't want to go camping in the woods by myself. Not right now, anyway. So that's why I ended up getting hotels. And but this hotel in the woods was kind of like, it was like, I like the best of both worlds. So I got to sit there and smoke some cannabis, in my van outside. It was fantastic, and enjoy the woods and the sounds. And there was lovely people there. Yeah, so it's been quite a time. I just got to watch the time here. It's been quite a time. It's been a lot of fun. I've made some new friends. I've run into some old friends. Last night I got to stop in Kingston and hung out with Tara Simpson for a while. We went and grabbed a bite to eat, and then we went over to visit Natalie Sophia and sat on the grass and smoked a couple of joints. It was fantastic. We enjoyed our chat. We enjoyed our visit. I don't get to see these folks very often, so I'm really taking advantage of the drive home and stopping to see people. At the same time, kind of not, like staying in any place more than one night, because I want to get the freak home. I miss my bed. I miss my cats. I miss my dog. I miss my dad. I miss my daughter. I miss my grandkids. I miss everything and everybody, all my friends, my friends' kids and my friends' pets. And yeah, so I can't wait to get home and get hugs and cuddles and sleep in my own bed, shower in my own bathroom. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm enjoying the time that I have here. So last night we just went to the mall. We went to the food court. We were both gonna go for Greek. Tara ended up getting Greek, and I found one of my favorite sandwich places called Cultures. So I was able to get a smoothie and a really amazing sandwich, which was spectacular. So I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the visit. Tara gave me some gifts, which was she gave me some bath salts and a chocolate covered Oreo, because that's her signature, and some CBD gummies and some LSD microdoses. So she's medicated me for the rest of my trip. Tonight, when I get back from hanging out with Tracy, it's all about the bath salts and the CBD gummies that she gave me. I am going to relax. And then tomorrow, head out to Peterborough with a stop in Markham and at Dodo's Bakery. I got to put my order in at Dodo's. Yeah. Yeah, Dodo's Bakery. Now there's something. I'm gonna hit Dodo's Bakery tomorrow because Dodo's. I discovered that last September. Um, I was heading somewhere, and I get on the back roads, and I punch in coffee and snack, and it takes me to Dodo's Bakery. And their walls are covered with awards for like the best tarts in the world. And they've received awards from all over the world, and it's spectacular. So I bought a tart and got a coffee, and I went on my way, and I found a little place to sit and drink my coffee and eat my tart. And holy fuck, it was the best tart I've ever had. I went back and bought a pack of 6. Yeah, I went and shared them. I went up to, have you ever had Dodos? You're from Ontario and have never heard of them? Eat Dodos, eat them, eat them. And they're fucking fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to stop at Dodo's and get some, hopefully I can get an order in. If not, I'll just buy whatever's there. But their pumpkin is just to die for, and their peanut butter chocolate, best tarts in the world. So I'm going to go after some Dodo's tarts. I'll see if I can get some pictures while I'm there, and I'll share them. Fucking fantastic place. And the back rows just in and around Peterborough. Yeah, absolutely fantastic spot. I love it. So yeah. And in Markham, I've got a friend that we're Facebook friends. We've not met, so we're going to meet for a toke, hopefully. I got to figure out where they are and talk to people that know the area about what it's like to drive. People that know how because I'm not going to go into the city of Toronto or Toronto like driving. I get nervous enough when I'm a passenger in Toronto. Big cities, right? Montreal does the same thing to me. Those are the only two, though. Oh my. The rest of them I'm pretty okay with. I have a pretty decent hotel tonight. Some of the pictures had, they were rooms with like big ass bathtubs right in the rooms, like right beside the bed. I was hoping for one of those. I was going to do like a really hot infused bath and then just kind of crawl into bed. But I'll still do it. It'll just be different. I'll have to walk around a little bit. No big deal. Oh, I was wondering how the water was getting in there. It's coming from the top. It's a rainy old day out there here in Hamilton, Ontario. So it is actually at 3:02. So I'm recording this like 3.5 hours early. Like I said, because I'm heading up to dinner. But I wanted to give you guys a fresh show because I've been doing replays for a while. Just because I just haven't been around anywhere where I could, do a good job. And honestly, I wasn't in the mindset last week. Last Tuesday was a hard day. It's just being on the road alone. But yeah, I mean, it's also prepared me. I want to go do this Vispana. And Vispana is a 10-day silent retreat. Like, I mean, you're basically alone and silent for 10 days. Insane. So yeah, this was a good step one. I'm going to do a few more where, hopefully next summer I'll go do like, some camping trips. And what I'll do is I'll shut off for a day. And then the next time shut off for 2 and work my way up to doing that. I mean, I'll always have music because I can play music in my head. Some of my favorite songs are recorded in my head, and I just kind of, dance around and listen to it in my head. So I can still do music. Yeah, check them out. Vispana. They're amazing retreats. I hear wonderful things about them. They're hard, of course, being silent for 10 days. But it's something I aspire to try. Eventually. You can leave at any point in time up until the last, I think, 3 days. Because day 9 and 10 are more about integration than being silent. So yeah, you're not silent for the whole 10 days, just the majority of it. Just the majority of it. What are we at? Okay. almost keep blocking my torch. I got the cutest little fucking torch when I was in BC. It's absolutely adorable. I had gotten it to help a friend give dabs out, but that fell through. So I just got a cute little fucking torch now. It's absolutely adorable. It's a nice little travel torch. It's got a nice off button, and the off button really works. Has a good flame. It'll go well as a traveling torch until it breaks, because these things always break. Hopefully I'll get a year out of it, for sure. Rain, rain, go away. A hot bath will be nice. Sorry for the moment of silence. I'm just like staring at the rain going. I did really well. I got most of the way to Ontario before I got rain. And then it wasn't until I got to Ontario that I got rain. Everything has been beautiful and sunny. I've got a really nice tanned left arm from being out the window. The right arm's tan, but not as much as the left. Traveling has been hot. I have an issue with being too hot. It causes me physical pain. So there were a few days there that were very painful. So as much as I don't like the dampness, I was thankful for the cool rain, you know, and it took away some of the pain before it brought on the pain from dampness. Fibromyalgia, ain't it fun? But it's not been that bad, but I do notice it, right? I mean, thank goodness for cannabis. It helps. And mushrooms, they help. I'm not driving tonight, which is really, really awesome. So I might pop a couple of mushroom caps. And I don't mean like caps. I mean, the stuff I do. Where did they go? Oh, that's not it. That was the wrong package. So things like Scooby Snacks, all done up in capsules. Scoobies. I'll probably take main event or original. Steve has a few different blends, and they're all pretty awesome. I find the original is bubbly for me, like holy rain. Wow. Okay, so now we're closed in. Shut it, the fan. So yeah, it's kind of a mess. When I get home, I am getting it serviced and safety inspected for Nova Scotia, of course. I'm going to clean it up, and then I will give you guys the complete tour. Because right now it is a mess, sadly. Just from traveling, I've got everything everywhere, and I just don't want to show off my mess. You can see some of it behind me, right? Boxes and bins and shit. Yeah, I didn't get it as organized as I wanted before I headed out from BC, but it's not that bad. And when I get home, I'll be able to like take everything out of here, figure out what I want, and put it back, and set it up the way I want to set it up. With the help of, I've got a couple of friends that own Westies, and my dad is very interested in helping. So I'll have it all set up, and next summer I'll do a bunch of tours around, the Maritimes, the East Coast, up to Ontario. And then after that, my next big trip, I'm planning, my thought process is, this is just right now, everything could change by the time it shows up. But June 24th, 2025, I'm looking at doing my next cross-Canada trip. And I've got some ideas about how I want to do it and what I want to do. And, I'll announce it all, in good time. I definitely don't want to do it alone. And I understand not everybody's going to have the time to do what I want to do. So basically, in a nutshell, I'll be looking for people that want to take a vacation and want to drive part way and then fly home, drive part way and then fly home, or fly out to meet me and then drive home, and do a week with me here and 2 weeks with me there or whatever. And I think that will be really cool. That will give me some alone time and some time with people. And I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. I think it'll be fun. Oh shoot! I gotta say goodbye because I'm at way too much time. Catch you next week. Bye.
You're listening to the Pace Radio. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.